Jake Bates now. And away we go in Glendale. Here's Thomas on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Getting a look now at their key inactives for this game. Obviously not a list they want to see too populated at any points this season.
But you'll hear teams say this, rightfully so, Kate, all the time, every weekend. There's a reason we've got 53 guys on the roster and another bunch on the practice squad. Because injuries, they're inevitable. So when somebody ends up on this list, there had better be players ready to step up. And not just step in, but show out.
The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Got his man. This is McMillan. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Completed over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking slant route complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Vontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Miller. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
He was brought down by Vontae David. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Pass play now. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Jake Elliott on now to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Elliott connects there. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Parker Washington with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based reflects on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He completes it in traffic. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They've got first down here from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, here's Dak. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets the looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that, and it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Looking from the pistol, Prescott.
46-yard line.
Finds a man right side. And they make the stop. I'm going to say it about the 37-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Saints first
On the
down.
option, here's Mixon. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Prescott takes off with it. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Third and long for him here. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Cardinals and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. Handoff here for Miller, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Vernon Broughton making that play defensively. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake. Looking right, and he finds it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Number 87. It's a gain of 3. Brings
They'll
up
throw, third and long. He finds Adams, complete. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
And the Cardinals first down.
First down, play action. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's third down. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Trying to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
This young man struggled to limit the interceptions this rookie season, and they've shown a lot of patience. But we know that NFL stands for not for long, especially if you're a QB that's interception prone.
This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have it on 2nd and short. On the ground again with Mixon. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Dak now from the gun. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense making its way out. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. From the gun and give to Miller. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's taken in by Henry. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Pass brought in by Watson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
7-yard gain.
That one gains 7. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Back to throw. Brought in right side by McMillan. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Cardinals, 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On the give, it's Miller. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
to the air on 3rd and long. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Pass on 2nd down.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Incomplete.
Throw here, 3rd down. This gets the 1st and more. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's another Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Throw left side to Watson. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
Christian Watson. That's a gain of 7. Brings up
3rd down from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for
Jake Elliott on now to attempt this field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Saints come marching onto the field. And they'll take over facing a 6-0 deficit. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find his tight end. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. 3rd down, Mixon gets it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now an inside handoff to Miller. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. 1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup. Brings up
A drawn out. This is Swift. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. 3rd and just 2 to go.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Jump off caught by his back. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go down. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback,
He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals.
this is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
The Arizona offense about set to get going here. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Straight ahead, here's Miller. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Travis Hunter making that play. Looks like a gain of around 7. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Cardinals in front here at State Farm Stadium. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. That's caught for the first. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That one hits for 30. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Swift. He won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Miller with it. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Here's another for him. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Elliott connects there, and that will add to their score.
Kate, I call that a win-win in the 1st half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead, but you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
Washington now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. Head coach Kellen Moore readying his Saints for their next series. And they'll need to use the sideline and be conscious of the clock here, partner. No timeouts remaining as they try for points. 1st and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. 1st down. Here's Dak. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. He's hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Dak. Hits him on the in route. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Prescott to throw here. 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And that return's going to leave him enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half.
Their own 14-yard line.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
A 3-yard pickup.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Saints offense ready to start this third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there brings up 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
As a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard
Running
line.
from the pistol, it's Mixon. On the move, past the 40. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Saints 1st down. A gain of 16 yards.
1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking underneath here to Mixon. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
A gain of 24 more yards. That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on a defense.
This one's caught.
Prescott's pass.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Prescott takes off with it. They only managed 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have 3rd goal from the 5.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Dak to throw. Setting up the screen here for Gibson. Ooh, no luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure or temperature. Because a 3rd down screen for negative yards, I promise you that coordinator's heated on the sidelines.
Bates' kick is up and good. And their opening drive does something they couldn't do in the first half, partner. Gets them on the scoreboard.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points and able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
Number 2 Special team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Dropping back to throw. Oh, look at this, here he goes. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
The Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Miller. Keeps away from one. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. First down, here's Swift. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Cardinals, first down.
Setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. And he gets this forward to the 19. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing from the gun. He can run it. Has some room to work. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cardinals go up by 12.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
And the Cardinals telling their offense to stay out there. We got a 2-point attempt coming here. All right, they're going to throw for it. Has it at the 1. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Saints 3.
Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I can still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
The New Orleans offense set to go now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. It's an option right that begins this drive. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Dak now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right, they want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Collects this at the 32. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Cardinals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They go play action on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First and 10, Prescott. Throw right side, Dale has it. And he's taken down at the 30. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
15 yards. And the Saints, first down.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's back-to-back for Dell. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Second and 3 now. Prescott here from the gun. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Dak throwing again. This is hauled in by Harris. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 12.
First and 10, around to Mixon. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that deep.
And they take this in for the score. The Saints parlay the interception into points. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cardinals returning their offense and this running back to the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, but they've got a chance to return it right now to its former glory. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Handoff here for Miller. Got a good handful there as it brings up second down.
He was brought down by Levante David. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at their 48.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Cardinals have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Again, it's Miller. results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
From the gun on third down. Got his man. This is McMillan. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the air now on first and 10. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Brings up third and 9.
Third and long, they're going to throw. He finds Adams, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Running with Swift out of the gun. That one good for a gain of 4. It's second down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they'll fire ahead for a few. It's third down.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
On third down, here's Swift. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And it's going to be second down.
It's second down and 10.
He'll look to throw. He's stepping up and takes off. And he scores. That's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away.
This isn't new for this quarterback. He has been an accomplished runner all season long. One of the best in the league. But weaving that element into his game, a true dual threat guy, and he's been a nightmare for defenses.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14.
Cardinals 24, Saints 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Set to kick off.
On the return, here's Gibson. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Here comes the Saints offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. So first and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's Dak. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line.
To Dawson Knox. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. And the Saints first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Saints.
Back to throw. Here's Dak. Dumps it off to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
That's another Saints first down.
Throwing again. Prescott hits his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Now it's Prescott again.
At the Cardinals.
Setting up the screen here for Gibson. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Saints first down. A gain of 12. First down. New Orleans.
Prescott, a quick throw, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down 6.
Play action, Prescott. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and goal, New Orleans.
In the red zone on 1st. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Prescott has his offense ready. They're going for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Has it at the 2. And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
18.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Cardinals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
The Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's a design run. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
On the give, it's Miller. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first.
No gain on
May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Short side option here. He's running left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Miller. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Running once more with Miller. The 2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and short. It's a give to the tight end. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
First down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Sign quarterback run here. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. Well, Brock, the playoffs didn't materialize for them this year, but at least they were able to rally together here in this final week and close the campaign out with a victory.
Yeah, you know, once those playoffs are out of the picture, your focus really becomes building some hope for next season. Ending things on a good note, getting people excited about your tape and what's to come in the future. And in this win, we certainly saw some of those moments and make me excited.
From Acrisure. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
They get 40 on the big hitter. And that's a Chiefs first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. And here's a list of players they are missing for this contest. And as we all know, the longer the list, the more their chances of getting a victory are affected.
This right here, Kate, this is where a team's depth is tested. You don't just need ones in this league. You don't need 22. It really is 1 through 53 in that entire practice squad. And for some of these depth guys, you never know. You never know when your opportunity is going to come to catch some eyes and earn a bigger role in the future.
And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Brought in. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Algier. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Another chance at 6. It's second and goal. They go to him again. And he can't punch it in. Man, the defense punches back, sticks him at the 2. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And he's going to be stopped. Third goal winds up losing yardage. And now, Brock, will they challenge them again on 4th and goal? Dicker connects there. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
Tyrone Tracy now to return. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
10 yards on the pickup.
Shotgun snap here to go. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Andy Reid getting his Chiefs offense ready to go for a new series. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. 1st and 10 from the 32. Now Lawrence on the play fake. He finds a Dunze downfield. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
And the Kansas City Chiefs, first down. A gain of 31 yards.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare. That's big time.
They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 30.
On play action now, Lawrence. Left and hauled in by Likely. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They give to Algier from the gun. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. It's a 48-yard look for him. Dicker connects there. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty big kick for him. Actually, a new season long. And when you do that, guess what happens? You're going to get called upon from that distance yet again.
Here's Tracy on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Steelers and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he's kept up the pace all season long. To the point, look, he's in the top 5 across the NFL in passing. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jarquez Hunter. Massive hits, the ball's out. And the Chiefs pick it up. And they get to him and tackle him on the return. But will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play. So holding on the offense, Brock, and a quick declination from the defense, that turnover will stand. Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
It's a gain of 10. And a first down, Chiefs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Lawrence trying again on second. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead off the turnover. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chiefs put one more on that first quarter lead. It's now 13-0.
Steelers, nothing.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. McCole Hardman now on the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake. And typically, one will follow.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30.
Out of the shotgun. Call. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for us Steelers.
Hunter on the inside give. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
Tackle made.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd.
Goff off the play action. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
4 yards. And the Steelers first down.
On the give, this is Hunter. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. The scoreboard reads 13-0. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Running left, it's Hunter. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
of 17 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Goff trying again on second and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The Chiefs adding a man to their secondary for this third down.
16 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Again, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
They're going to throw again. Goff has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
That's good for us Steelers. First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Giving this to Hunter. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on second and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here. On third and goal, Goff. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers make it a one-score game in the first half. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Coup with the extra point. And the Steelers get it back to within 6.
13. Steelers 7.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. He fields it from the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On first and 10, here's Lawrence. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Lawrence working from the gun. He dodged the tackle. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers side of the field. Third and a lone yard coming up.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd down. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Connects with his back, Algier. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13.
Throwing again, here's Lawrence. Throw is caught. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, here's Lawrence. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Dicker connects there, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year, and I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hardman with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Mike Tomlin sending his Steelers out there for another drive. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Off play action, gone. Completed over the middle. Short pickup to their own 31. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to go. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Goff on 3rd. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Takes this in at the 25. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down. Fourth down. Here comes Kai Kroger to punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Steelers offense headed out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18.
Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Now Goff. Fights off the pressure. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Quandre Diggs with the INT. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looks like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Goff to the air now. Setting up the screen for Hunter. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
7-yard gain. And the Steelers 1st down.
Goff on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. On target to Downs. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing again. It's Goff. That's caught for the 1st. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
10 at the 19-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the red zone now. Has his man. Oh, the football's loose. And the Chiefs look like they have it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. A pickup of 17, and that's a Chiefs first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a handoff for Algier. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hanson. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hanson and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Hardman with a return. This makes it up to the 25. Mike Tomlin sending his Steelers out there for another drive. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Hunter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
It's Tracy on second down. They'll cobble together a yard there. Derek Harmon, the former Oregon Duck, making that stop. Third and just 2 to go.
Brings up third and 2.
There he is on third and short. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Steelers. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Only gets a yard there to make it second and 9.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. Third and 5 now. Here's Goff. And it's dropped. Oh, defensive breakdown left him wide open. That could have been an easy touchdown, but he bobbles the easy money. The Steelers set to punt it. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL. But it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Kansas City.
They go play action. Lawrence. Looking to his fullback now. It's a small gain up to the 38. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, they go with Algier. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First down. It's a gain of 6.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
4 yards on the pickup.
Lawrence working from the gun.
And 6.
That's to Odunze again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
Now a handoff to Algier. Room to run inside the 20. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Chiefs first down.
City Chiefs. First down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, hits that 2nd level.
And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Out of bounds down at the 9-yard line. A gain of
Now it's
4.
Lawrence.
It's now 2nd and
Brought in. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
to number 89. It's a gain of a yard.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
7 yards.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Dicker connects there. And that grows their lead to 12.
Makes the score.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
There's Tracy on the return. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. From the gun, they give to Hunter. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Snap them up.
Well, they've been doing it.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Steelers
First down throw from Goff. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 16 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10.
Well, that is
at the
pretty darn
38-yard
impeccable
line.
timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
They'll try right side. It's Hunter. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Taken down right.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Goff on 3rd. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Field goal attempts coming now from Young Hui Koo. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead is back down to 9.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Andy Reid getting his Chiefs offense ready to go for a new series. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Deep right side, Gordon has it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
A give to Algier on the inside handoff. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Steelers have some new life in the 4th.
Okay, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
Here's Hunter. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shotgun snap here to go. He's got it. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. You start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers cut the lead down to just 2.
Steelers 17.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Return coming from the 6. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Chiefs offense out to take over. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Algier gets in on the counter. Starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. From the gun, Judkins. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. You have that call you had ready, though? You can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
He finds a Dunze downfield. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. It's a gain of 10. And the first down, Chiefs.
Algier with another carry. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
City Chiefs. First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Chiefs.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Coverage by Terrion Arnold.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. There's that man again, Adunze. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
17.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. There's Goff on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little shorter than 35. 2nd and 3 now.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Goff. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Chiefs and Rome Odunze headed back out on offense. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Likely's got it right side. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Complete to up second and a yard at the 41-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Kansas City.
One drawn up here for Lawrence. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained the play. It typically goes for a whole lot more. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That one finds his man, likely. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
14 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Lawrence hangs out to it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Running the... Oh, he lost the football. But it looked like the Chiefs got this one back. Ooh, lucky break there, making that recovery. The Steelers calling their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Lawrence throwing here. A little bit of screen pass for Judkins. Has some space inside the 15. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Algier. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And this is going to be a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
17.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Tracy on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
This one quickly to Harrison. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Line up the design keeper. And they'll still have some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Offense in a hurry up here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Pass Cox. It's Hunter. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Goff on 1st and 10. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And he takes it down to the 33. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Incomplete. The coverage by DeMar Hamlin.
again. It's gone. Jump off caught by his back. And they're going to give him the 24-yard line. He stopped a step short of that first down marker. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Throwing now. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted.
That's interference. Offense.
So the rare double whammy, Brock. It's intercepted and there's offensive interference on the play, which of course they declined.
Yeah, we talk a lot about these receivers, right, having to fight through contact.
Now Algier, and it pops free. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. A really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, I mean, start there. But immediately then fumbling the ball right back over, that's none too good either. And they know they just fumbled away a critical opportunity.
The Steelers offense headed out. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they'd take a repeat of everything except that final play. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. From the gun, gone. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
And 3 yards to go.
Looking to throw it. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Desperation time here on 4th. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. He's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. Extra point by Kuhl. He's up and good. And the Steelers trim the deficit down to 5.
29. Steelers 24.
So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And the Chiefs are able to make that recovery. That should lock up this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Chiefs with their offense back out there as Tyler Algier returns to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this second half. Design run for Lawrence. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. Well, Brock, the playoffs didn't materialize for them this year, but at least they were able to rally together here in this final week and close the campaign out with a victory.
Yeah, you know, once those playoffs are out of the picture, your focus really becomes building some hope for next season, ending things on a good note and getting people excited about your tape and what's to come in the future. And in this win, we certainly saw some of those moments that make me excited to see them chase the playoffs next season.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on